In this quick tutorial, we'll show you a simple way to create a scatter plot in SPSS. Scatter plots help us to visualize the relationship between two continuous variables. Our fictitious dataset includes the SAT scores and first-year psychology exam scores of 40 students. We want to look at the relationship between these two variables. So to create a scatter plot in SPSS, we go to the Graphs menu, then select a scatter/dot. This opens the scatter dot dialog box that you see on screen. We select Simple Scatter and then click the Define button. This opens the Simple Scatter dialog box. We move the two variables that we want to plot to the x-axis and y-axis boxes on the right. We can either drag and drop them or use the arrow buttons. If your data is from a regression study, move your independent or predictor variable to the x-axis box and move your dependent or outcome variable to the y-axis box. The screenshot shows you what goes where, but if your data is from a simple correlation study and there's no obvious independent or dependent variable, it doesn't matter which variable goes where. To add a title to our scatter plot, we click the Titles button, add the title, and click Continue. I'm going to call our scatter plot Relationship between SAT scores and Psychology exam scores. Once we click OK, our scatter plot will appear in the output viewer. Now let's look at some common scatter plot patterns that we might see. Each dot on the graph represents a participant or case. If those dots generally follow a straight line, then the relationship between the variables is linear. Here's an example of a positive linear relationship. As one variable increases, the other variable tends to increase as well. A negative linear relationship, on the other hand, looks like this. As one variable increases, the value of the other tends to decrease. If the dots are spread out with no clear pattern or direction, this suggests that there is no relationship between the variables. Our final example shows another non-linear relationship between variables. In this case, it is a curvilinear relationship. This can have a U-shape or an inverted U-shape like ours. With an inverted U-shape, as one variable increases, the other variable tends to increase at first, but then it tends to decrease. It's important to keep in mind that scatter plots cannot prove causal relationships between variables. Now let's look at the scatter plot we created. It shows a positive linear relationship. As students' SAT scores increase, their psychology exam scores tend to increase too. To add a line of best fit, we double-click the chart to open the chart editor. Then we go to Elements, then Fit Line at Total. In the Properties dialog box, we select Linear under Fit Model, then click Close. Once we're happy with our edits, we click the X to close the chart editor and save our changes. Well, that's it for now. If you prefer written tutorials, check out our website, easyspss.com. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.